Hello guys! Those of you who have visited Russia know how depressive its regions are. And when you travel to smaller villages or cities, everything is very gloomy, very dark, depressive, people, landscapes. So here in Ukraine, we were thinking, how can we make Russia look brighter? And we have come up with the idea to set most of their military objects and oil refineries on fire. And tonight, brave Ukrainian angry birds continue their mission, and we have another geography lesson when we travel to Kursk to discover another location neutralized, and this time it was a low voltage equipment plant. So let me tell you more about this important and bright event on the territory of Russia that is already turning into a war zone. My name is Anna and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion. So if you're new to the channel, you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight against Russian propaganda and fake news. And my long-time friends, check your subscription status and hit notification button. So let's discuss this bright event in Kursk region. Kursk region is the one that borders with Ukraine, and unfortunately it was turned into extremely militarized area because Russia uses lots of its regions on the border with Ukraine as a platform, as a platform for storing ammunition, for repair of ammunition, and also the consolidation of the Russian army. So tonight it was Kursk, and it is not the first time that the city hears explosions. Once again, Ukrainian army and Ukrainian drones respect human life, even if it is the life of humans who actually cheer up to kill more Ukrainians. So we were targeting this plant at night when no one was working there, so no victims among the civilians. You know, Russian trolls like saying, wow, she likes these explosions. Of course I like these explosions, and if you like these explosions, like this video, because these are explosions on the evil military objects of our invader. Ukraine did not start this war, but Ukraine will finish this war, and very likely on Russian territory. And honestly, I don't mind, because it's very typical for war to always return home where it started. It started in the heart of the evil empire in Moscow, and it will come back there. Maybe it won't be Ukrainian people, maybe this will be a Russian volunteer group, you know, they have some movement of freedom, and I hope it will grow stronger. And anyway, tonight these were just Ukrainian drones neutralizing another military target that is used for the supply of the Russian army too. But there is one important thing that changed tonight, is the way Russia reported about the accident, or I'd say a beautiful event. So they were saying it was a Ukrainian drone that dropped explosive on a plant. And those of you who follow the channel and follow the updates from Russian war in Ukraine know that Russia hates saying the truth, and typically they claim it was someone smoking, or it was because of the electricity shortage, voltage, blah blah blah, or something else. But today they actually said it was a Ukrainian drone that successfully traveled to Russian region, that was not stopped by Russian air defense, and burnt out the plant. Because if you look at the photos, I cannot share these photos on YouTube because YouTube is too sensitive, and please forgive the comments that disappear. It is definitely not me, not our moderators. Unfortunately, these are policies that try to protect us when we have to know the truth, because when the world is on the edge of the Third World War, I believe it's important to know the truth. I wonder if you can hear the sound of rain, because a huge thunderstorm is coming my way, but taking into account we had like 37, 41 Celsius with electricity outages, it's a much needed rain. And if you're new to the channel, remember to join our beautiful community. This is the easiest way to demonstrate your solidarity and help us spread more information about Ukraine and its fight for democracy, not just for the territories. So subscribe and share the videos that you like, but only the ones that you like. We're not Russia. So the very large part of the territory burned out. no victims among the population, and I hope more and more Russian objects will be set on fire, because like when you don't have enough electricity and it's kind of dark in Ukraine, what's the best way? Get some light, and why not get this light from Russia burning? Russia does not have enough air defense. We have proved that 100 times. And actually, if Ukraine were allowed to strike back, it would be much easier to end this war faster. But I feel many indecisive political leaders enjoy watching, but we don't, honestly. So anyway, we can see that they try to protect Crimea because they realize they are losing the peninsula. It is getting back home to Ukraine. They are trying to protect the front lines. And in the other cases, these are just reallocations around Russia. And we can actually see that even in Kursk region, that is close to the front lines, they do not manage to stop Ukrainian drones, and they travel there in flocks, in hordes, in whatever synonym you like. Let me know in the comments below. But anyway, I was really amused to read that you can actually detect the locations where Putin stays or his doubles or whatever by the number of air defense systems around these bunkers. So for example, in Vladai, his residence, they have lots of Panzer systems and so on. And actually, I think it's quite easy to detect this criminal and target the location. Anyway, I hope that sometime soon Ukraine will be allowed to defend itself, and not just itself, but many other democratic countries, because I don't know what about you, but watching the news, watching the updates from different corners of the world, I do feel worried. And no, not just for myself, my people, but also for you. And that's why we have to remain united. We have severe electricity outages. It may be like up to 10 hours without electricity, and then mobile internet is off. And then you feel very miserable, honestly, even with my optimism, because it's like, even if you have something to tell, they silence you. They don't let you. And then you see comments disappearing, multiplied by indecisiveness, ignorance, and so on. So I'm very grateful for all the good things that you write in the comments, for all of your messages. Believe me, they definitely make me and millions of Ukrainians stronger. Join me on Instagram, X, Threads, and Discord. We have a beautiful merch shop with lots of items that work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. Unfortunately, we have to remind about our fight, when this fight is existential, and oh my God, not just for Ukraine, but for the democratic world. Just look at Iran, China, North Korea, China uniting. Believe me, it's not without a purpose, and it's not just for Ukraine. So anyway, I know you know that, but I'm asking you to pass this message to those who doubt or those who want to turn their blind eye on. That was actually a lightning outside. So anyway, thank you so much for buying me coffees, becoming patrons and sponsors of the channel. I hope we will be able to have our live this Saturday. No, it's not bombing, it's a thunderstorm, I hope. By the way, Ukrainian experience during thunderstorms is very different right now, because every time you are worried, what is that happening? And I wish you to never know that. Let me know if you're available this Saturday. I'm not sure if I am available because of this internet and electricity situation, but I hope I am. And hope is all we live with in Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!